Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Superheroes Adventures Stark Tech Armor. From the Playskool Heroes line, this is recommended for ages 3 to 7, and it does have a try me button, but Spot's going to refrain from doing that until we get this fully opened up. On a completely different topic altogether, a shameless plug as Spot has also reviewed this over on his new channel, Spot for Kids. Shameless plug. New channel where Spot reviews kids' toys, like you see right here, but I wanted to review this on the main channel as well because even as it goes for a kid's toy, how awesome is this? A Playskool version of, well, they call it Stark Tech Armor. We clearly know what this is. It's a Hulkbuster armor, and we got little Hulk, little Tony Stark. I mean, who wouldn't want to pick this up for themselves? Spin around the back of the package. Yes, I have opened it. Again, I reviewed it on the other channel there. On the back it says, Can Iron Man keep Hulk under control with his new Stark Tech Armor? I guess the folks over at Playskool don't really want to use the word Hulkbuster. It doesn't sound very friendly, so we're going to just call it Stark Tech Armor. Includes Stark Tech Armor, Tony Stark figure, and Hulk figure. Other figures available are the 4-in-1 Helicarrier and the Shield bike with Captain America. To check out more, you can also go to www.playschoolheroes.com. Obviously, they're doing a whole line of different Playskool heroes. Depending on how well received this is, or how well I actually really love these, which I'm sure is going to be very easy, I might probably start picking up more of these superhero adventure figures. Having said that, Spot's going to take a break, get this completely out of packaging, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Superhero Adventures Stark Tech Armor. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Why don't the first thing we have a look at is the figures that come included with a Stark Tech Armor. First things first, there's a little minuscule, little tiny Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr., maybe not, perhaps not, but as it goes for Tony Stark, yeah, I see it. Paint's pretty good, even right down to the fact that he's got little tiny eyes. Look how small those eyes are. They're still painted white. I like that. Black, nice shiny black paint for his hair. Armor's very nice too, with the red and the gold. I do really like this. Surprisingly too, good level of articulation as well. His head does rotate. Arms hinge out. They also rotate all the way around. And I should say, his arms rotate only to about there. But let me rephrase that. His hands do rotate all the way around. He doesn't have any waist articulation, but his legs are jointed at the hip. You could say that they are joined at the hip, literally. He has 2 peg holes on the undersides of his feet. Pretty happy. He doesn't come with an Iron Man helmet, although really he's going to be standing inside the Hulkbuster. Oh, the Stark Tech Armor. So maybe he doesn't really need necessarily an Iron Man helmet. There you go. There's Tony Stark. Really liking the look of him. Next up, we have the Hulk. The Hulk is a little bit bigger than Tony. Not really by much. You can see, okay, maybe he's a lot broader, but he's not really that much taller than Tony. He's extremely dwarfed, however, by the sheer size of the Stark Tech Hulkbuster armor. He does have articulation, though not as much as Tony. Tony's arms moved out, as you can see, like this. Hulk does not do that. Hulk smash, Hulk only rotate at arm. Hulk also have spring action. This whole torso section can spring up and down. There's a reason for that. Not just so that I do this for the next 5 minutes of the video, but he does have a purpose. He does also have no peg holes on the undersides of his feet, unlike Tony does. Some would say Tony superior. Hulk say Tony inferior. Moving along, we also have, of course, the Stark Tech Armor, which is the main meat and potatoes, the main draw of this set. It's pretty cool. I say pretty cool. I put on my hat that instantly makes me about 4, 5, 6 years old. And with that hat on, I can look at this and say, hey, that's very cool. Somebody might say, Spot, you're too old. No, with this hat on, I'm 4 to 6 years old. And with this hat on, I think this is kind of cool. It does have articulation. You can move the arms all the way around, and it has this kind of clicky ratcheted joint, which I do like. It doesn't swivel or anything in the arms themselves. No waist, no wrist swivel. This arm also does the exact same. However, there's a little button on the side here that when you press it, this spins. You could beat eggs, make batter, you can make a giant cake for the Hulk, or you could just smash the Hulk. What you can also do too, and this seems to be the one problem I have with the toy, the arms, the little finger tentacles, if you want to call it that, are on springs. They spring open, but then they close shut. That's because you can take the Hulk and you can open these up, fit the Hulk inside, and it actually really holds on to him very well because he has the springs. Then once again, you can press the button and you can either whip the Hulk off, or if you get a good strong enough grip on him, here we go, let's try that again. You can spin it and there, flip the Hulk. But normally though, if you keep the Hulk in there, you can get a pretty good speed going and Hulk gets whipped around. That of course will not make Hulk any bit happier. He does also have leg articulation. Not really, no he doesn't have any leg articulation, and no waist swivel. So pretty much it's just in the arms. On the back, some thrusters that you can fly around. The only downside to the toy, if I had one, is the fact that this doesn't always stay shut very well. Sometimes if you have the arms forward, it does a pretty good job of keeping it closed, but I find when you start having the arm down, sometimes this is prone to opening, and it's due to this gimmick on the front. You see this area right here? See that area right there? That kind of triggers everything from opening up. At any rate, we're already at the step of let's open it up. There's a little platform inside, and you might ask yourself, does he maybe sit this way? Well, when you close it, this drops forward. So Tony actually, you lay him down. You lay him down just like that. That may not make much sense to you, but when you close it, all of a sudden Tony's standing upright. Tony's in there. Hi, Tony. Hi. He is in there. And then you have Hulkbuster. You have Stark Tech armor. Now, because Hulk has a little spring on him, like that, and I don't know how well successfully I'm going to do this on camera, but what you will do is you have to take Hulk. You don't have to do this, but if you want to have fun, you can do this. You have to spring him, and you have to hit this target right here, this little part of his torso there. And if you spring it well enough, I probably will not be able to do it, but if I did it well the first couple of times I got this out of the packaging, and then I seem to have sucked since. But spring it forward, and without flying him off the camera here, you should be able to spring him forward and knock the armor. And essentially, that's exactly what would happen. This would fly forward, Tony in some cases would come flying out, and then you have the damaged Stark Tech armor. It's a fun little device. Half the time though, the flinging of the Hulk doesn't work so much. A lot of times it just kind of it veers off until magic happens. So it's a little fun, playable thing. If anything else, if I was a kid, I'd probably just get frustrated and I'd just start whipping Hulk at him. But you can see, size-wise, Hulk could be maybe a little bit taller, but still, for a playing, fun little play toy, this is awesome. Awesome. Today's Toy Spot, we were looking at something a little bit different. We were looking at the Stark Tech armor from the Playskool line of Marvel superheroes. These are actually currently available I found these at Toys R Us, but Walmart I think has them as well. If you kind of have a young kid, or you're like myself, maybe a little young at heart and you want to get yourself a little fun thing to play around with while maybe going to see the Avengers. Maybe don't take this to the Avengers, especially what aim you might have. You might be veering Hulk way off, hitting some guy with a drink and pop. He's not going to like that. He really isn't. But today we were, though, looking at the Playskool Stark Tech armor. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you guys next time.